So, just coming back from a little time off for Christmas break. Man, over the break, I actually got a fair amount of work done. I got to not only work on the business plan for the publishing company more, but also work on some of the marketing ideas for Those Who Lived by the Sword, Book 1, The Illusion of Peace. Make sure you check it out. It's coming spring 2018. But also, I began working on the sequel, actually, which is tentatively titled right now The Seeds of Our Destruction. And I'm also working on another series which is called Baptized with Magic, The Witch's Pendant, which is a little bit of a crime novel that's based in a fantasy world. And I'll be slowly divvying out information on that book as it comes. But I was able to write a couple chapters for both books. And I must say, it takes a different kind of mentality to go from editing and doing all the business part of self-publishing and trying to start a company to actually going back and creating and writing from scratch. And especially one of the things I noticed with writing the sequel specifically is I started to get why, sometimes when you watch movies, the sequel doesn't seem as good as the first one. Some people think Star Wars: A New Hope, is better than Empire Strikes Back, or first Terminator is better than the second Terminator. Ghostbusters 1 is better than Ghostbusters 2. I like Ghostbusters 2 more, but maybe I'm a 1%er as far as that goes. But I see why it's difficult, because when you're writing a sequel, when you're writing the second book, there's some maturity in your writing. You write different than when you first started. When you first started, you're learning a lot. You're learning what to do and what not to do. Well, now you're writing with a more mature mindset, hopefully, when you write the sequel. But you still have to carry over some of the same feelings and ideas and personalities from the first book. And that can be difficult. I started writing The Illusion of Peace back in 2013, my junior year in college. I finished it in 2014, and it's 2017 now, so it's been a long time since I was really writing a whole book. I mean, I've done chapters and edited the manuscript here and there, but that's not the same as when you're having to create something from the ground up. And it's more difficult, I think, with the sequel. So I want to encourage those of you that are writing, take time with your sequels. Make sure your sequel demonstrates not only maturity in your writing and growing in your ability, but also that it reflects some of the growth in the characters. But at the time period between your last book and your current book is only a couple weeks. You can't expect your characters to be vastly different than they were in the first book. And if they're a year or two apart, well, then you expect some personal growth. You can't expect that character to be the same. We all develop differently as people. But, a year or two's time, you're going to change in some ways, positively or negatively. I mean, that's always a toss-up. But, yeah, that's where I'm at right now. We're moving forward, and come January, we're going to be green-lighting a lot of the things we're doing for the publishing company. That's Irene Bros Publishing. You can check us out on YouTube. And we do have a Facebook page, which, as we get further in the process, we'll have more information. I hope you all had a great Christmas, and God bless.